Have you ever spoken to your parents or a friend and they've shared something about the home buying process that has really just turned you off? You were prepared to purchase a home, you have your finances in order, and you heard a statement that just completely changed how you felt about it. And now that message and that story has been repeating over and over in your head. I know that when I was helping folks buy homes, they would often tell me stories about what their dad told them, or their dad's experience, or their mom's experience, and their friend's experience, and how often it wasn't a good one. And it prevented them from buying a home that they were otherwise prepared for. So is it wise to get counsel and hear other people's stories? Absolutely, absolutely. But I always found it very interesting that folks derail their whole experience or choose not to purchase a home, a desire that they've always had, based on a few statements that other people make. And the part that really was surprising to me was some of the things that they heard were myths, or quote unquote case by case. They weren't always the case. So today in this video, we're going to talk about a few myths that home buyers expect, or that home buyers think, that are preventing them from making a decision or preventing them from buying a home. I didn't realize how much misinformation there was out there regarding buying a home and being in the market to purchase a home. So today I'm going to share with you some myths and some truths about the home buying process. My name is Taj Walker. I've been a realtor and a real estate agent here in the Georgia market for over 8 years, helping folks buy and sell. And in this video, or in these videos, I just want to educate and talk real estate to help you make better decisions for whatever stage of the process you may be in. So myth number one is that you have to put down 20% to purchase a home as a buyer. Again, these are myths about the home buying process specifically. And this is not true. There are so many other loan options and down payment programs that you can get into a home and purchase a home at different down payment amounts other than 20%. Now, I'd recommend 20% because the loan will often have more favorable terms. But if your finances are in order and you're aware of what the financial expectation is of you, you can often get into a home for less than 20%. There's FHA loans that are 3.5%. There are conventional loans down as low as 5%. There are different down payment assistance programs. And I didn't realize how many people thought you had to put down 20%. And I kept on asking myself, where are they getting this number from? And it could be the generation prior where they put down more. It's more common to put down larger amounts on homes. And I can see the merit and the benefit of that. And often, if you can get to 20%, you can remove private mortgage insurance, which makes your monthly bill a little bit less, but that's a whole nother conversation. But what I'd like you to know is that you do not have to put down 20% to purchase a home. There are several other options out there that would allow you to get into a home at significantly less than 20%. So keep that in mind as you're shopping for homes. Make sure to ask your lender, what other options are there for me? How much do I need to put down? Hey, I see that you're offering me this type of loan. Are there other options that may be best suited for what I'm looking for? Can you share with me my other options? And if that lender's not willing to help you in that way, maybe time to find another lender. But very common myth that I heard that was really preventing people from starting the home buying journey, and just stories that they were sharing with me that they were told that were just simply not true, and delaying their home buying process when they were well qualified, able to buy a home. It may not be exactly what they're looking for, but it checked most of their boxes. And this information, this myth of having to put down 20% was something that, if they knew better or knew different, they could have been in a home much sooner. on my way to get an oil change and having my afternoon cup of coffee, Bustelo. And it's one of my favorite times of day, my afternoon cup of coffee, the cup of coffee after lunchtime. Let me know if you enjoy afternoon cup of coffee or tea. And if so, what kind of coffee is your favorite? My name is Taj Walker, and I am a local realtor here in the Atlanta, Georgia area. If you are looking for a realtor, a professional realtor in your market, I got your back, I can help. I have a list of pre-vetted agents that I can connect you with all across the country, not just here in Georgia. I can do that as well. But if you're looking for a real estate professional, I've been doing this for over 8 years. I've made many connections, and I have a list as well as a process to connect you with a professional agent in your area, whether you're looking to buy a home, list your home, or buy an investment property. If you're in the market to buy a home, make sure to scan this QR code right here, and I will get to work on looking into my network to find someone that's a good fit for you, or click the link in the description, whatever works best for you. But if you're in the market looking for a vetted professional, real estate professional in your area, happy to help. And go ahead and fill out the form below or click this QR code, and I'll be in touch soon. Thanks. Looking forward to connecting with you. The next myth is folks believe that mortgage rates, are at an all-time high or the highest that they've ever been in history. And this couldn't be further from the truth. According to a recent survey, about 60% of folks believed that rates were at an all-time high. 63%. The peak of mortgage rates was actually in 1981 at a whopping 18.5%. 18.5%. So we are nowhere near the all-time highs of mortgage interest rates. And that myth that people are often told are that we are seeing the highest interest rates ever. And we are nowhere close. I think today, as of the recording of this video, we're about 6.25. And although much higher than it once was 5 or 10 years ago, this is a very big difference in space between 18.5% back in the 1980s. So perspective always helps, and I know sometimes folks are just shocked at how much it's changed and how expensive things have become. And hear me, it is much more expensive in our country than ever before in terms of cost of living, groceries, as well as just buying a home. The average mortgage, another survey I read, is that the average mortgage payment now is over $2,000 for the average homeowner, which is significantly higher than it used to be. All this to say, things are much more expensive than they used to be. But that's a very different statement than saying mortgage rates are at an all-time high. So I think with that baseline, with that perspective, you can get a much more clear understanding of where you are and where you need to go in order to purchase a home or get financing on a home. So make sure you're always aware of what the current interest rate is. Mortgage interest rates are different than just interest rates across the country. Although they run in parallel, they run in tandem. They are two different things. But mortgage interest rates are not at an all-time high. Higher than they were a few years ago, but not at an all-time high. And understanding what they are whenever it is that you're ready to buy a home will help you to prepare, will give you some perspective, and will also help put you in a better position to ask better questions so you can see, based on whatever mortgage interest rates are today, can I afford the home that I'm looking at? What is my monthly mortgage payment going to be? So before someone scares you away with that statement, which I've heard quite a bit, make sure to understand what the number is today for yourself. In addition to down payment, this is probably the second biggest myth that I hear as folks are preparing to purchase a home. And the last myth I'll talk about today, I think it's important, is your credit score. We are a nation where a credit score is gold. Everybody thinks that their credit score dictates their financial opportunity in our state, in our country, and there's some truth to that. However, according to a recent survey, according to the survey that I'm referencing, over 30%, 34% of folks believe they had to have a 700 credit score, 700, to qualify to purchase a home. That is a myth. The magic number is around 620, but a 700 credit score is not what you must have in order to qualify to buy a home. I was surprised on how many folks believed that their credit score had to be significantly higher than what it is in order for them to just start the process of purchasing a home. I'm not exactly sure where this misconception came from, but this is also something that I've experienced when I'm helping folks buy homes. But also, according to this survey, 34% believe that a 700 credit score is the magic number to qualify to buy a home. And it's simply not true. 620 is the magic number. And there are some programs where you can actually purchase a home for a little bit less. Now, the higher your credit score, it is true that the more favorable your terms will be. However, a 700 credit score is not what you need in order to start the process or to even qualify for a loan. There are tons of options out there that would allow you to qualify for a home and get into a home at a much lower credit score. Again, the higher credit score, the more favorable your terms. So if you can work on your credit score or you like better terms, I encourage you to get with a professional to improve your credit score, because it will afford you more options. But don't be misled to think that if you are less than 700, your home buying journey has to be significantly delayed or you're just out of the runnings altogether. 620, 640, this is the sweet spot where there are many options available to you in terms of loan products and loan options. So make sure to ask your lender about what they are and go from there.